Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Make It Destination. My name is Amanda and this is where I help you make it to your destination. If this is your first time here, welcome. If not, thank you for your support. And this week we're going to talk about Las Vegas must-eats. Honestly, Las Vegas could be very overwhelming when it comes to picking a place to eat. There are high-end restaurants, casual middle tier restaurants, and lower tier like fast food restaurants that you could try. Even Sam and I could not try all of the restaurants that we wanted to go to, but I'm gonna let you know which ones that we fell in love with that you must try when you go to Las Vegas. Whether this is your first time or your 10th time, I think all of these are places that you have to go to. So let's get into the video and talk about cool places to check out. I just wanted to say, please watch this video until the end. I'm saving the best restaurant for last. You need to go to this restaurant. It is the best restaurant I have been to in my entire life. So please watch until the end so that you know which restaurant you cannot miss on your Las Vegas trip. If you like my content, please like this video. Please subscribe. I know you want to see more content from me. And also let me know in the comments, what restaurants have you been to in Las Vegas? Do you agree with us? Are these the best must-eats in Las Vegas, or are there ones that we missed out on? Please let me know in the comments. So, alright. It's been kind of weird here in upstate New York. Last weekend was 80 degrees and it was beautiful, and this weekend is 40 degrees and snowing. So, it's just a weird April. So, it's nice to reflect on Las Vegas right now because it was sunny every day, 70 degrees and beautiful. So, the first place that I'm going to take you to is Egg Slut. We honestly fell in love with Egg Slut. You know, even coming back to Albany, you know, there's a good amount of restaurants, but it's not like a bigger city. Egg Slut definitely is up there in the must-try restaurants. So we went to the Las Vegas, obviously, location, but it's located in the Cosmopolitan Hotel. So it doesn't have its own regular brick and mortar sort of store. It is located in the Cosmopolitan Hotel. I'm gonna show you a little picture of the outside. I personally love the exterior. I'm one of those people that loves decor and kind of that modern urban aesthetic. I ordered the sausage, egg, and cheese, and he ordered the egg and cheese, and he added bacon onto it. We also got a side of their hash browns and 2 orange juices, and honestly, it was so delicious. My egg was over easy, and it literally, like, when you bit into it, the yolk just oozed out. And it was turkey sausage and not pork sausage. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm not huge into red meat, so it was perfect that it was turkey sausage. And the bun, oh my god, the bun was so pillowy soft. It was a brioche bun, which I love to begin with, but it was just so pillowy soft with the egg and the turkey sausage and the cheddar, and there was some sort of like sauce they put on it, and all together it was delicious. Then the hash browns that we got, they're made with truffle oil. Oh my god, they blow any other hash browns that I've had like out of the water. Again, this is a very popular spot that a lot of people go to. So when we first walked up, there's like a short, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but there's like a shorter line, and you're like, oh, okay, the line isn't that bad. And there's literally a person who works at Egg Slut who's like, oh, are you waiting in line? And you're like, yeah. And she's like, no, the line starts over there. And you literally turn around and it's a long line, like all the way down to the bathroom. And you're like, okay, well, this is a long time to wait. So again, make sure that you have adequate time. I don't know what you're doing that day. Egg Slut is very quick. The line moved, but make sure if you have somewhere to be, make sure you go to Egg Slut early because the line does get long around like 9 or 10 and it takes a little bit. Again, they really serve you as fast as they can, but just the line just to order took us like 30 to 40 minutes. So just make sure you get there early. I also loved their packaging, right? A lot of times like restaurants miss the mark on things that they could market themselves on, and Egg Slut does an amazing job. They have these little like to-go boxes that they give you with all of your sandwiches and the hash browns, and it literally says Egg Slut on the side. There's Egg Slut right on your sandwich carrier thing. There's Egg Slut right on the orange juice. Everything says Egg Slut because having a name like that is memorable, right? It's one of those like risque names, and you're like, ooh, Egg Slut, look at me, you know? So honestly, I love the packaging, I love the vibe, and this is a perfect place for, let's just say you have a lot of things to do. If you're going to the Neon Museum or the Mob Museum, walking around Las Vegas, this is a great place just to go grab a good egg sandwich, have hash browns on the side, and get on your way for your adventures. So I would definitely recommend Egg Slut, and we're gonna move on to our second choice for must-try restaurants. So let's get it. So for our second must-try restaurant this week, it's Hash House A Go Go. Now, this was not on our list at first. What I did and what I try to do before trips is have a list of places we should try, because I hate it when you go somewhere and you spend a good amount of time trying to find a good place to eat, and you might have not made a reservation or there's a long wait. So having a list sometimes before you go somewhere is extremely helpful. Again, you don't have to follow that list, but honestly, it's nice just to have a list to choose from, and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm in the mood for, what should we get? And then you look at the Excel spreadsheet and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that place I wrote down. So Hash House A Go-Go was not on my list originally. It was actually recommended by a local. We did a car rental through Turo. We asked him, we were like, hey, what places do you like to eat? And he's like, I love Hash House A Go-Go. He's like, but make sure you get there early because the one on the Strip gets packed in the morning. So it is a chain. And if you've been watching my channel, I'm kind of iffy about chains. But it's always nice to switch it up if this chain is not in your locality, right? We don't have any Hash House A Go-Go's here, so it's always nice to try something different. So we went to the one in the Link Hotel. It's right across from Caesar's Palace. It was like a 5-minute walk, if that. We got there sort of early, not super early, around 9, and the wait was an hour and a half. I would recommend making a reservation. Again, this wasn't on our list. If it was originally, we would have made a reservation, but we were just like, hey, let's just try it out. So they give you extremely large portions. They showed a picture of Adam Richman. I don't know if you know who that is, but I used to watch Man vs. Food all the time as a kid, and he actually went there. So they do have multiple locations on the West Coast, and their little logo is Twisted Farm Food, which I think is awesome, right? The new trend is farm to table, sustainably sourced, cage free. So I love how their motto is Twisted Farm Food. And because it is on the Strip, any restaurant on the Strip you're gonna pay a premium for, right? In upstate New York, usually a brunch runs you, depending on how much you're drinking and what you're eating. For 2 people, I would say it would run you between $30, $45 maybe. I mean, 30 is even high. I mean, it could be 25 to 45 if you're getting mimosas. Out in Las Vegas, brunch on the Strip could run you, if you're drinking, I would probably say anywhere between $50 to $100 for 2 people, and that's on the low end. It is expensive, but with the large portions, you are getting your money's worth. So I will say that. We ordered 2 orange juices. We already drank our coffee because if I don't drink coffee, I get a little sassy. So I made sure to get coffee while we were waiting. The decor was okay. You could tell it's kind of chainy. Again, I'm not expecting too much from a chain decor-wise, but it was all right. But we loved how over the top the menu was. There was a lot of things on the menu. They had pictures, and their coffees just looked delicious. They had this campfire, I think, latte with a s'more, and they'd melt a marshmallow on it. And I was debating getting that, but I'm like, I've already had enough caffeine. The service was super friendly. The hostesses were nice. Our waiter was super accommodating. So I ordered the sage chicken and waffles, and Sam ordered, I believe, the fried chicken Benedict. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna put a picture in, but the portions were huge and they were delicious. I mean, I couldn't eat the whole thing. I had to send half in a box and get it to go because it was delicious. Sam's had a lot of flavor. He liked it a lot. This ran us around, I would say 65, 70. So again, you're paying a premium for having brunch on the Strip. So I will just say that a lot of times if you go off the Strip, it's literally 5 to 10 times cheaper. So we're gonna get into some places that are off the Strip if you're looking for a place to save some coins. So let's get into the next part of our video. All right, so now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna take you off the Strip. We wanted a different dining experience that you wouldn't get in upstate New York, so we decided to try an Asian barbecue place. Now, one just recently opened in the area, but in upstate New York, this is a rarity. I know they're popular in New York City, but hot pot and Asian barbecue are not, they're not very popular in upstate New York. We went to Gangnam Bistro, which is 8 minutes away from the Strip. Now, we did the $90 premium barbecue for 2 people, and I will say you do get your money's worth. I believe you get, I honestly don't remember too much, but I think you get 6 or 7 different cuts of meat. You get a soup, you get a salad, and then you get bonchons, which are sort of appetizers, I would say. Tables are large. I felt like we had so much room. And this is where I don't know if you're familiar with Asian barbecue. Again, they're not popular in upstate New York, but you grill or barbecue your own food. So they season everything, they bring it out to you, they take your plates. It's a very fast sort of service sort of thing, but you grill it yourself, which I think is such a cool experience to have, right? Like Sam and I are sitting on opposite side of the table and they oil this little net for you, and then you put the meat on there and hear it sizzle. You know, it was just a cool experience to have. The service was friendly and they even asked us if we were locals. They're like, "Oh, are you from around here?" You know, Sam and I are looking at each other like, "No, well, actually not." But it shows you, like, if you eat off the strip, you know, yes, they do get people who are tourists, but it's probably at a lower amount than on the strip. They were super friendly. You know, we told them we were from New York and they're like, "Oh, wow, you know, that's really cool." So it was nice talking to people who are like from the area and who have lived there for a while. But you know, a lot of people associate New York with just New York City, so that's always fun to tell all the people that you have to meet. You have to be like, "I'm from upstate New York." Not New York, but upstate New York. The food tasted extremely fresh. It was nice trying different cuts of meat that I normally wouldn't try. Oh, and you also get vegetables too. We had some asparagus, so you have some fresh vegetables to switch it up for you if you're not, you know, a meat eater all the time. And it was a fun experience with Sam, to be honest with you. You know, it was nice seeing him like cook and get in this element. So if you want to try something different, have a different sort of dining experience, this is definitely the place for you. It's called Gangnam Bistro, and it's only 8 minutes away from the Strip in the University District. It's like in this little like shopping plaza, I would say. They have a lot of like plazas out there, but honestly it was a really good choice to go there, and we're happy that we had that experience. So I would definitely recommend Gangnam Bistro. And if you're watching, thank you so much for our experience. It was a lot of fun. You'll definitely see us soon. So let's get into another place that we enjoyed in actually downtown Las Vegas. So let's get into this one is not a must-try place to eat, okay? And I know you're probably, wait, I clicked on this video to see places to eat, but I did want to mention this place. So Sam and I wanted to go clubbing somewhere with a DJ and dancing and drinks. Every club that was attached to a hotel. I don't know if it's just because we haven't gone clubbing and because we turned, I guess, 21 around the pandemic, but the clubs at hotels are so expensive. They're astronomically expensive, and I don't know who pays this. And again, maybe we should have had more people, but we wanted to go to Omnia, or there was one, Tao Asian Bistro. They have a restaurant and a club. So for a table of 6, and you have to have reservations due to COVID, there's no general admission. For a table of 6 people, it was $1,000 to reserve a table.
How much money you got? A lot.
$1,000. And that's your food and beverage minimum. I'm like, if Sam and I tried to drink and eat $1,000 worth of food, we'd probably be in the Las Vegas hospital with alcohol poisoning, to be honest. I was like, $1,000. And don't get me wrong, like, I want to club it up. I want to live out my youth, but that's a lot of money. I'm sorry. So I kept going on like social media. This is how I find a lot of my restaurants, actually. I go on Instagram and I just start following all these restaurants. And as you choose each restaurant, it will tell you or recommend other restaurants. So Therapy in Las Vegas, this is in downtown near the Fremont Street Experience, came up, and they do Relapse Saturdays, and they have top 40 Latin and house. And I was like, this is for us. Bottle service was like $100 if you wanted that. You don't need to do bottle service though. We made a reservation. We didn't wait in line that long. We went as soon as it starts, because it starts at 11 and it ends at around, I think, 2 or 3 a.m. And we didn't eat here, but we went clubbing here. And it was honestly so much fun. The drinks were creative. There were a lot of different choices. The music was popping. Like, I was like, okay. The DJ, I think, is DJ Kevin Ox. So thank you so much. That was a great experience. Again, in upstate New York, you don't really find too many clubs, especially now with the whole situation going on. So we had a lot of fun there. The prices for drinks were very reasonable. The service was great. They kept walking by. Yeah, I just like the creativity of the drinks, and it was honestly delicious, and just the energy and the vibe. I would definitely go back there again. It was nice to be in like a youthful city and a youthful part of the city for a little bit. So if you're looking for a affordable place to go club it up, and then you could even get food right after because there's a lot of restaurants right there, Therapy in Las Vegas is your place to go. So I wanted to save the best for last, and we're going to get into the best restaurant in Las Vegas, in my opinion, and why you should go there. So let's get into it. So we have saved the best for last. We need a little drum roll. Woo! This restaurant, we were on the fence originally, but we changed it at the last minute. Not really at the last minute, but a few days before we left. We just had a good feeling about it. So we decided to make Sam's birthday dinner at this place, and it was the best decision we could have made. It's only 8 minutes from the Strip. The prices were beyond reasonable for the food that you're getting. I mean, if this restaurant was on the Strip, it would probably have run us $400, $500, $600. The best restaurant in Las Vegas that you must try is Sparrow and Wolf. The decor. I'm gonna start out small, okay? The decor was beautiful. All right, it gives you like this ambiance. This is gonna sound weird, but I honestly felt like I was in a movie. Like, I just felt like it was one of those scenes where the timing is right, the music is cool, you know, they have this funky furniture, they have like, I believe it was like a log wall, I know that sounds weird, with like a fireplace. It just felt like I was in a movie. It just, you know those moments in your life where it almost feels picture perfect, and you're like, am I really experiencing this? That's exactly how it felt. The service was super friendly. We were having trouble with Ubers. If you didn't know this, in Las Vegas, at least the weekend we went, there were so many people requesting Ubers and so little drivers that the wait was like 45 minutes. So they were having issues with people leaving the restaurant because the Ubers were delayed. And then there were people like us who had a reservation, but we couldn't get there. So it was kind of a lag period, and they were completely understanding. And the hostess was very nice. She asked us if we wanted drinks. I wanted to save it for the table, but Sam got his drink. And the drink that he got was called the Spring Mountain Sour, and I have a picture of it right here. And it was one of the coolest drinks I've ever seen. It was like, I believe, pink on top, like white on the bottom, and it was just super smooth and tasty. They knew exactly what they were doing when they made this. It was just awesome. So the menu does change. They offered delicious specials. So because they were in the middle of a change, there were a lot more specials to accommodate for that. So I thought that was really nice. So the best option here is to do a tasting menu or a bunch of small plates. And we decided to just do a bunch of small plates because we just wanted to try it out, see how it was. Next time, I think we're going to go with the tasting menu though, because I definitely think it's worth it. He got the Spring Mountain Sour at first, and then the second one he got was called Peer Pressure. And that drink looked amazing. It tasted yummy. I got the Thank You for Smoking. Oh my gosh, that one is like perfect for a video. I'll put the video in here now. But it is a beautiful drink. It is strong, but honestly, I love like the smoky flavor you get from it, and it's just so innovative and interactive even. So I'm very glad that I ordered that. Okay, so for food. Now, drinks definitely make a restaurant experience better, but obviously you're going for food. We ordered the udon noodle bolognese. That, oh my god, I could like taste it in my mouth right now. That was the best bolognese I've ever had in my life. I took one bite and all I was like, I don't know if you saw my Caesar's Palace video, but again, the motto for this trip was wow, and I literally took a bite, closed my eyes, and said wow. Like, I was just blown away. It's almost like that scene in Ratatouille where the food critic goes in and he has a bite of the ratatouille and he like stops and he goes back to that childhood memory of him eating his mom's ratatouille, and then he comes back and he's like, oh, this is so delicious. It felt like that. It was delicious. We also started out with the sourdough bread and this good salt butter. Oh my god. They make their bread in house. It comes out hot and steaming, and you dip it in the butter, and it's just such a good way to start off your palate before you eat everything. We also had this like non-bread vegetarian sort of thing where they put like different sort of mushrooms. Again, I'm most likely not doing justice. I will put pictures in here, but that was delicious. And Sam and I wanted to try one more thing. So we were like, can we have the burger with the Mornay sauce? And I didn't know what Mornay sauce was. I mean, he's a chef. And I was just like, yeah, let me like try it out. And the burger was dry aged. I've never had a dry aged burger before. Oh my gosh. Woo! That was delicious. And the burger was cooked perfectly. And the dry aged burger, which I know some people might be like, meat being dry aged is a little weird or nasty, but it makes it buttery. Like, I've never had a burger like that in my life. There's just so much flavor, and then with that Mornay sauce, it's like kind of a cheese sauce, but like a higher level. Oh my god. Again, I could taste it. And it was a sesame seed bun. Everything just went together so perfectly. The fries were delicious. I was just in heaven that night. If you have time and you want to go somewhere off the strip, you need to go to Sparrow and Wolf. You need to go here. Sparrow and Wolf was most likely the best restaurant, again, that I have ever been to in my life. Thank you so much. If you are watching, if the owners are watching, if anybody's watching from Sparrow and Wolf, you are amazing. We dream of your restaurant. We would love to work there one day. I know that sounds a little corny, but we will be back. If you go to Las Vegas, we want all the support to go there because it is a wonderful local restaurant with nice people who know what they're doing, who know how to pair good drinks with delicious food, and it feels unpretentious. You need to go here. So that's my best for last. But just to add like an honorable mention or just places we want to try next time, we're going to do that for the end of the video. Just let me know if you've ever been to the places we want to try for next time and what we should eat there. So definitely go to Sparrow and Wolf, and we're going to get into the last part of this video. Thank you so much for watching up to this part. Just for a little places we want to try next time segment, these were places that were on my list that I go on Instagram and I'm like, why didn't we go here? But there's so many good eats in Las Vegas and we just did not have enough time. So if you ever been to these places, let me know in the comments. Let me know what I should get, and let me know if I should even try them out. You know, sometimes you see places on social media and they might not be as good, or vice versa. You might not see them on social media, but they might be good. Places we want to try for next time. The first one we want to try is the Smash Pig. So it's a gastropub in downtown Las Vegas, which again is near the Fremont Street Experience. I got to see it when I went to Therapy Las Vegas, but I didn't get to go there, and the menu looks delicious. It looks affordable. The drinks that they make there seem delicious as well, so that's definitely something I want to try next time. Park on Fremont, it's also in downtown, and they have like a whole bunch of like DJs that come in, so they do like a DJ brunch, a DJ dinner, all that sort of stuff. And it's in this beautiful setting. It's literally a park. Like, I see it on their social media. Like, it's just like, I'm not going to do a good job explaining it, but it looks like a literal park with like bushes and trees, and it just looks away from everything. So I definitely want to try that. Esther's Kitchen looked delicious. It's Italian, and it's 12 minutes from the Strip, and their pasta just looks to die for. Like, I see it on their story, and I'm like, why didn't we go here? But again, you can, when there's not that many Ubers and a lot of people, and you can't drive yourself, it's tough. But Esther's Kitchen is another place we want to try. Honey Soul. We had a reservation on Sunday that we were there, and we canceled it because we were nervous about Ubers and Lyfts, and we drank the night before, so we were tired. But it's literally farm to table, which again goes along with our taste in restaurants. And we want to try brunch there. I mean, the aesthetic looks beautiful, the drinks look pretty, and the fact that it's farm to table is a pretty awesome concept too. So we definitely want to try that. And last but not least, we want to try Peppermill. That is a Las Vegas staple diner, and we didn't get to try it, but it seems pretty cool. Again, I think it's on the Strip, so I think you're going to have to pay a premium. I think when I was looking at Eggs Benedict, it was like $20, $25, and I was like, that's kind of steep. But again, you're paying for the Las Vegas Strip, you're paying for the experience and the ambiance and the fact that it's a staple. Those are the 5 places we want to try. If there's any other places you think we should try when we go next, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, thank you.